Imagine staring into a dark hole in the ground, a hole that basically screams, "You will die if you go in here." And your brain goes, "Yeah? Let's grab some scuba gear and find out what's inside." Congratulations, you've just unlocked the mindset of a cave diver. Part explorer, part adrenaline junkie, and part I forgot fear exists. Humans are weird. We climb mountains that kill people, we jump out of planes for fun, and we eat peppers so spicy they make our ancestors cry from beyond the grave. But cave diving? That's a different league. That's like saying, I want to scuba dive, but make it claustrophobic, dark, and 50% chance of dying. And yet, thousands of people around the world do it, on purpose. So, why? Let's take a deep dive, literally, into why cave divers exist, what's going on in their brains, and why humans keep saying, let's explore that terrifying hole. Cave diving is exactly what it sounds like. Scuba diving into underwater caves. These caves are carved over millions of years by limestone, volcanic rock, or erosion. Some stretch for miles underground. Unlike normal diving, coral reefs, tropical fish, beach vacations, cave diving removes everything comforting. No sunlight, no GPS, no easy way out. There's even a phrase divers use, the ceiling you can't reach. That's because once you're in, there's no straight shot to the surface. Divers carry multiple air tanks, backup lights, and use thin ropes called guidelines to find their way home. It's part exploration, part survival puzzle, and part hope I remembered to pay my oxygen bill. As one diver famously said, cave diving is like playing chess with death, except death gets to go first. So, how dangerous is it? Short answer, very. Long answer, statistically concerning. Cave diving deaths make up about 1% of all scuba fatalities, but only a tiny fraction of divers actually do it. That means the ratio's not great. More than 400 people have died cave diving since the 1960s. And it's not because they were reckless. It's because everything that can go wrong underwater goes extra wrong in a cave. Let's review the fun ways to die. Silt out. You kick up fine mud from the floor. Visibility drops to 0. Congrats, you're now diving inside a chocolate milkshake. Lost guideline. You lose your rope. You are now an oxygen bubble in a maze. Air miscalculation. You thought your tank would last an hour. Spoiler, it won't. Panic. Your brain realizes it's in a dark, tight coffin full of water and says, we're done here. In 1973, a Florida cave had to be sealed off because too many untrained divers kept dying inside. They even put up a sign that read, "Stop, prevent your death. There's nothing in this cave worth dying for." Cave divers saw that and went, challenge accepted. So, why do people do it? Here's where things get weird. Cave divers aren't suicidal maniacs. They're usually hyper-disciplined perfectionists who pack more backups than a NASA mission. So what drives them? Cave diving is pure discovery. We've mapped outer space better than we've mapped underwater caves. Less than 1% of them have been fully explored. That means, when you swim into a new passage, you could literally be the first human being to ever see it. Some divers find ancient fossils, animal bones, even pottery left from civilizations thousands of years ago. It's like time travel, with extra steps and a death wish. As explorer Rob Palmer once said, cave diving is pure exploration in a world no one else has touched. Cave diving is not chaos, it's control. Everything is measured, every breath is counted, every light, line, and movement is deliberate. Divers follow the rule of thirds. 1/3 of your air to go in, 1/3 to come out, 1/3 for emergencies. It's methodical, precise, like playing Jenga underwater, blindfolded, and upside down. And when it all goes right, the feeling of mastery is euphoric. Here's the twist. Many cave divers say it's peaceful. It's silent, still. No phones, no traffic, no bosses asking for one quick update. You enter a flow state. Time disappears. It's just breathing and stillness. It's Zen. If Buddha had a GoPro and a death wish. Also, let's not forget about the community. Cave divers form a small, close community. They share maps, discoveries, and oh crap stories like family recipes. They even honor lost divers with plaques and markers deep in the caves. It's not glorifying death. It's a reminder, a way of saying, we remember and we learn. So, let's get into a quick history lesson. Cave diving history basically started with, well, that was dumb, but kinda amazing. In the 1930s, divers in France and the UK used giant metal helmets and air hoses. It was like trying to explore the ocean dressed as a lamp. By the 1950s, scuba tanks appeared, and curiosity skyrocketed. People began exploring springs and sinkholes in Florida and Mexico. The survival rate? Let's just say selective. By the 1980s, rebreathers and better gear arrived. Now we had data, computers, and actual science. But here's the truth. Even with all that tech, cave diving still depends on one thing: the diver's brain. You can't automate courage. Now let's talk about the science behind the obsession. Let's get nerdy for a second. Cave diving isn't just thrill-seeking. It hacks your brain. Every successful dive gives a huge dopamine hit. It's that chemical rush you get from accomplishing something insanely hard. Except here, the difficulty level is, you might die. That's why divers go back. They're hooked on mastery, not mayhem. Cave diving mixes danger and calm, a rare combination. Your heart's pounding, your brain's whispering, don't screw up, and somehow, that focus feels peaceful. It's like meditation, but with nitrogen bubbles. Humans are explorers by design. Our brains reward discovery. It's called the seeking system, the same drive that made our ancestors leave caves. Now, ironically, it makes people go back into them. Meet some of the icons who defined the sport. Sheck Exley, the Godfather, first diver to log over 1,000 cave dives, wrote the manual on cave safety. His motto, plan your dive and dive your plan. He died exploring one of the deepest systems in Mexico, a legend who literally gave his life for discovery. Jill Heinerth, the modern hero, Canadian explorer, mapped more underwater caves than anyone alive, dived through icebergs, volcanoes, and lava tubes. NASA actually trains astronauts using her methods. When asked why she does it, she said, "Caves are the last unexplored spaces on Earth. I can go where no human has ever been." And lastly, we talk about the 2018 Thai Cave Rescue. 12 boys, 1 coach, 18 days, trapped underground. The rescue, led by cave divers, it became one of the most dangerous operations in human history, and they pulled it off. Proof that these so-called crazy divers are also heroes. So, how do I become one? Becoming a cave diver isn't easy. It's like the Navy SEALs, but wetter. You start with basic scuba, then advanced diving, then cavern diver, where you can still see daylight. Then comes the real deal, full cave diver. That's full darkness. Technical skills, precision breathing, zero panic allowed. Every move, every decision can decide whether you see daylight again. Training isn't about learning what to do. It's about learning how not to panic. So, let's talk about the weird and wonderful. Cave diving has some incredible, surreal moments. Orta Cave, Russia. Water so clear, you can see over 150 feet. It feels like floating through glass. Some caves glow with bioluminescent bacteria. Others have crystal formations that look alien. NASA studies these environments to simulate space missions. Because apparently, the next stop after underwater death maze is Mars. And we can't forget about the silence. Cave divers describe hearing their heartbeat echo off rock. It's total quiet, just breathing and thoughts. Some even experience auditory hallucinations. Your brain tries to fill the silence. One diver called it, floating inside a dream that could kill you. So, you may be asking, what does it feel like? Picture this. You're floating weightless. Your light beam cuts through clear water. The walls glisten. Everything's still. You look behind. The entry light is gone. It's just you. And instead of fear, you feel awe. Cave divers describe it as absolute presence. Every breath matters. Every motion counts. It's not about cheating death. It's about feeling alive. Cave diving might seem insane, but it reflects something deeply human. our craving to explore the unknown. You don't need a wetsuit to relate. Every time you take a risk, a new job, a new city, a confession, you're diving into your own cave. Fear, curiosity, courage, that's the recipe. We all want to see what's on the other side of the dark. So, why do people cave dive? Well, the answer is simple. Because it's the perfect mix of fear, wonder, and control. Because the world still has secrets. Because silence can be louder than life. And maybe, because some part of us will always need to peek into the darkness and whisper, "Let's see what happens." So next time you think your hobby's weird, remember, somewhere out there, a person is swimming through a flooded tunnel with one flashlight and a dream. And that's why humans are beautifully, stupidly, unstoppably curious. If you like videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.